thank you all for coming, especially the men. Let's give a hand to the men, right? This is WIFI, Women in Footwear Industry, of course. But, you know, over time, since it's been a bit controversial. Why is it women? Why can't it be men? Why can't men be included? But I think it's been an organic sort of thing that's happened, and we're just so excited that we can share this community initiative with you. Thank you so much for attending and supporting this. This has been a germ of an idea from last year that became a reality. And when we discussed the idea of the Impact Awards, we really, weren't sure how it would be received, what it would mean. As a result, last year's awardees, who you will all meet again because they're going to be initiating and introducing the new awardees, it's been really wonderful, beyond our wildest dreams. Women being recognized for doing wonderful things in the industry and being called out for it among their peers is something extraordinary and very special. As a result, one of the awardees, Kathy Cortales from Skechers, brought with her a whole slew of people, including Michael Greenberg, who was extremely impressed with the event and really calling out the initiative and honoring great women. As a result, he's become a senior sponsor of this event and has committed to supporting this, and we are very grateful to Michael Greenberg and Skechers for this. Additionally, we would like to thank FN Platform and certainly Leslie Gallen for hosting us in this new space. We were upstairs in a room, and though it was nice, it was a bit removed, and I think this is just a very natural place to be in the midst of a shoe show, and it's really lovely. So thank you again, Leslie, for this great venue. Just to give you, a few factoids about WIFI. It was started in 2010 with the intention of bringing women together in the industry and really focusing on common themes of growth and development and really sharing experiences and understanding what it is that makes us very similar. And that was something that, in this day and age, I think today, everybody can accept it because it's so relevant today and it's so out there today with what's happening. But even in 2010, there were women that just couldn't share their stories in a way that they really wanted to. And once they got the venue to be able to do that, the floodgates opened. So from the 50 people at a brown shoe showroom in New York, it's grown to more than 4,000 women in 9 chapters throughout the United States, and that's due in part to all the volunteers and the women who are interested and help us organize all of these functions. It's really wonderful. I can't thank Libby Edelman enough as my co-chair for WIFI. She has been just a wonderful person to be involved with, full of ideas, and I can't thank you enough. You've made my life easier, I can tell you that much, and you just bring such great ideas and get people charged up, which is really wonderful. But this wouldn't have happened without the original co-chair with me, who is Diane Sullivan. And if there's anybody that embodies the woman in footwear industry and just serves and is an example to all of us, it's Diane Sullivan. She is the co-founder of WIFI, and I would love to introduce her to come up as she oversees the 2018 WIFI Impact Awards.
everybody. Let me add my welcome to Carol's. I think she said it beautifully. Everything you could say about, how Wi-Fi started and why it's important. And for this year, it's I don't know, particularly I think poignant. Last year when we had these awards for the first time, it seemed like a natural evolution of Wi-Fi in total. But last year, hearing the stories of the women who we were honoring that night made me really stop and take a pause and a breath and really recognize how fortunate we are to have so many fantastic women and men in our industry. And it was really an appropriate thing that we figure out a way to do something special that just put a spotlight and amplified what some of the fantastic women in this industry are doing. So that's really the second night tonight. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear about the stories. I can't hear from each of the women that are getting the awards tonight. And so let me sort of kick that off. First, I'm going to invite Sarah up to introduce the first award of the evening, and I'll come back and wrap up. And she's going to present tonight the Advancement Award. So Sarah, if you'd come up. I'd like you to do that.
Hi, everyone. First, again, welcome. It's wonderful to be part of this community. And I'm honored to present this award to Wendy Yang. This Advancement Award is given to a woman who's contributed to the advancement of women and female leaders in the industry. She's a trailblazer for women on her team, always searching for additional opportunities for career growth and development. This year's honoree is Wendy Wood Yang, president of Hoka, Teva, and Sanuk at Deckers Brands. Yay, Wendy. So Wendy has had a long and accomplished, come on up here, Wendy. I have to say a few more great things about you. Wendy has had a long and accomplished career in the footwear industry, having held senior roles at Stride Rag, Timberland, Tommy Hilfiger Footwear, Reebok, and New Balance. She is known for being a strong character, is well respected, has always had a focus on furthering the careers of women on her team. She places great emphasis on helping the younger generation of women cultivate new skills to help them navigate today's industry. I'd like to invite Wendy to the stage to accept her award.
Thank you, Sarah. That's very nice. I really appreciate it. This is a big honor, and huge thanks to Carol and to Libby and to Diane. I appreciate this very much. So I prepared a couple short words because you said I was a character. I have to amplify them a little bit. But I've been very fortunate throughout my career to work on a number of really great brands, and I've always been, I think, highly motivated to build really strong teams to drive the business. But I've also really been motivated to try my best to be, a role model for my three daughters and to show them what it could be to be a strong, successful woman in an industry and a time that is certainly challenging, right? Great opportunity, but challenging at the same time. And, I remember distinctively coming back after each maternity leave, back to work and the struggle that you wanted to do a really good job at the office and you really wanted to be a very good mom and a very good parent. And you would come back and it could be a real challenging time. And I had some very good bosses and mentors along the way, and I had some difficult ones too. And it was those times, I think, that really made me, hopefully, a stronger, more empathetic leader. And so, throughout my career, as I've been very fortunate to have quite a few very strong, capable, smart, driven young women, if I've been able to do anything to help them sort of reach their potential or find their voice or get that next job or promotion or just feel more confident in who they are, if I've played any role in that, that's some of the work I would be most proud of. So thank you. And I would just say that we are so fortunate, right? We work in a really cool industry with some great brands and really wonderful companies. But all of us can and must do more, to make things even better when it comes to gender equality, when it comes to equal opportunity and equal pay. So it's really nice this evening to pause and celebrate each other, and real deep honor for me to receive this award. But let's just make sure we all know we have more work to do. Special thanks to my friends, my guy friends and my women friends who are here supporting me tonight. I deeply appreciate that. And again, Carol, Diane, Libby, and 210 Foundation, many, many thanks. And congrats to all the other award winners.
I'd like to introduce Kathy Cortales. She was last year's recipient, 2017 Leadership Award winner. Kathy Cortales of Sketches, please come to the stage.
Just real briefly, last year when I won my award, the one person who really mentored me and gave me my start at an early age was not here, but he's here tonight, and that's Bob Campbell. And I would like to recognize him and thank him for the role that he played in me getting to the point where I'm on this stage tonight. Okay, the Leadership Award is given to a woman or women who have been in the footwear industry for most of their career. The award recognizes leadership, passion, reputation, and impact on the footwear industry. This year, the nominating committee selected an executive leadership team made up of 3 dynamic and accomplished women to receive this award together. Amelia Newton Varela, President, Carla Frieders, Chief Merchandising Officer, and Gabriella Weiser, the VP of Marketing. You already know the company, right? Have played an integral role in their time in the company of Steve Madden. They've each been with the company in various positions for most of their careers and have left an indelible mark on the company. They are smart, driven, and well-respected for what they've accomplished. Unfortunately, Carla couldn't be here tonight as she's traveling overseas with Steve, but Gabriella and Amelia are here with us this evening, and I'd like to invite them on the stage to accept their award. I'd also like to point out that I'm wearing Steve Madden shoes in honor of their win. Do not tell Robert.
Okay, wow.
Okay. Oh, God.
Thanks, Kathy, for the wonderful introduction. Amelia and I would like to thank 210 and its leaders for this incredible honor and for creating a safe and supportive community to women in our industry. For me, attending your events over the years has always served as a great source of inspiration and invaluable insight. Listening to other women share their stories, struggles, successes, I always left feeling empowered and ready to take on the world. I was thinking about what I wanted to say tonight, and I started to research some stats about, women and leadership, and I came across one that I wanted to share this evening. In the fashion industry, women make up more than 70% of our total workforce, but hold less than 25% of leadership positions. It's statistics like these that make receiving this recognition such an honor for Amelia and myself, but also a huge responsibility and a really incredible opportunity. Amelia, Carla, and I have been lucky to grow up in a company that values and supports women leaders. And I know I speak from all of us when I say how grateful we are to have had that environment to allow us to flourish and succeed. I would like to dedicate this award to my incredibly talented team and all the brilliant super women in my life who inspire and motivate me every day. With Wi-Fi, companies like Steve Madden, and all of our efforts together, let's work to challenge the numbers and grow the percentage of women in leadership positions. Before I turn this over, there's one woman in particular I have to mention. She grew up in a time when career choices for women were limited, but she never let that get in her way. She's taught me more about leadership, the power of positivity, and the importance of lifting up others than any job ever has, and that's my mom. She's here in the audience today. My father's been in this business a long time. We grew up coming to these shows. My mom's here supporting him today. And Mom, you are the OG of women's leadership. You have inspired me beyond words, and this is for you.
Okay. Wow, this is really cool. I can't believe how many people are here. I just wanted to start off saying, I remember my first day at Steve Madden. It was 21 years ago. I started off in customer service. Yeah, I was 12, if you're trying to figure out how old I was. Anyway, over the years, you know, I kept getting promoted, and taking on more responsibilities. And today, I can say I'm the president of Steve Madden, and it's like unbelievable. I never thought that day would happen. But my personal life at the same time was growing. So, you know, I got married, I had a kid, I have a little boy, CJ, he's 8 years old, very demanding, needs a lot of attention, so does my husband. Sometimes I think I have 2 children, but yet it gets better, because then there's Steve. Oh, look, you already know. He's a genius, but yet a maniac at some times. So those 3 things I'm juggling and managing, and there's not a week that goes by that someone says to me, Amelia, how do you do it? How do you manage it all? And I don't. That's my response. I lean on my team. We have the smartest, most creative team in the women and the men at Steve Madden, and I could not be here without them. So I want to just thank them all now. But I just want to take an extra second and talk about the women, because only a woman can understand another woman. I mean, like, just think about it. Our job, we're working all day. We get home, let's say 6, 7 o'clock at night, but our jobs aren't over. We still have a whole nother job to do, right? So women really need to help women balance that. And I was fortunate enough to have Carol Bianchi, my mentor and friend. She taught me so many things about the industry, but there's 2 things that I really would like to share with all of you. 1, Carol always says, take a negative and take it as an opportunity. Look at a negative as an opportunity. I still have to remind myself of that, because we have great seasons, bad seasons, and it's so easy to like fall into the negative. 2nd, know what you know and know what you don't know. And then find someone that knows what you don't know, and then hire them. And so I just want to thank Carol for always being there, being such an inspiration, not just to me, to so many women in the industry. And I hope I could do the same as well as what you've done for me. But it's not just our industry. Women need to empower women, not just here, in all industries. Because it really is time for us to have a woman president. And the only way that's going to happen is if we continue to help each other. Hopefully it will happen sooner than later. Thank you.
now I'd like to invite the 2017 Community Award winner, Carol Goodhue, to the stage to present the Community Award. Okay, I don't know about you, but I think I'm a little choked up with Mom sitting there and all of that. I wish all of you could have your moms here. I think it would be a great thing. The Community Award is given to a woman who understands what 210 is about, understands what Wi-Fi is about, and is able to embody those themes and those messages and really encourage women to support it and to be part of the group. And the person that I'm going to give the award to today is Allison Prince. She's the Vice President DMM of Nordstrom for Women's, Kids, and Active. And, you know, I got a little bit of a chance to meet Allison and learn a little bit about her. And so there's some things that I want to tell you about her. One, she has 2 professors who were her parents. So we talked about parents and how they play a role in your life. Well, they taught her how continuous learning is really important. And so when you understand that, you also understand that when you're developing your team, that's a really important part of developing your team. So she took a very individual approach to her team, and they told me that themselves, in terms of how they go about the business. And so that plus her passion for event planning, you know, the girl who created her own Sweet 16 party, along with her continuous learning, helped develop the Seattle chapter for Wi-Fi. And in that, she was able to bring those themes together by offering creative ways to approach the business and bring people together to collaborate. And that's what we're about. We're about bringing people together to collaborate. It's about putting your hat away at the table when you walk in and really trying to learn from each other and really trying to help each other. And so based on that, I want to thank Allison also, because she put her hat on for the mentoring committee this season. We had a banner year. We had 80 mentees that applied, and Allison herself, 14 of them were her recruits. So I have to thank her personally, because she really not only gives to her chapter, but she gives to other Wi-Fi initiatives. So with that, I want to thank Allison and congratulate her on the award for this year.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so much, Carol. Thank you for such an awesome introduction. It's truly an honor to be up here with all of you guys tonight. I actually first got involved in Wi-Fi at the suggestion of Scott Medine, who's been a really positive force in my career for quite a while now. Megan Lawson, Terry Bastis, and I worked together to get our Seattle chapter started. And our inaugural event was held at the Dolce Vita showroom, featuring Terry Barraquit, an EVP from Nordstrom, who shared with us a top 10 list that people still refer to quite often to this day. With that, our chapter was really off and running, and what followed was a series of absolutely incredible speakers. Sari Ratsula came and shared with us her journey and rise to become president of Seychelles. Carol Biaki, Stephanie Militello, and Carrie Price Duffy were panelists as we talked about building your own personal brand. And a couple of people who you guys might know, Ann Egan and Tacey Powers, led a very lively discussion of building relationships. I'd venture to guess that most of us here tonight have benefited at one point or another in our careers from someone's advice or insight. What I love about Wi-Fi is that it's the perfect platform for us to continue and expand upon the support that we have all received. Our speakers have really shared with me that they love that Wi-Fi provides an opportunity for them to have a broad reach beyond what each of them could really take on in terms of more of a traditional one-on-one mentoring. Participants get to hear from women who are highly successful and are really at the pinnacle of their careers, each of whom has navigated different twists and turns to get to where they are. Without Wi-Fi, participants wouldn't get to hear from these incredible leaders. And because of Wi-Fi, we have a perfect forum for really thought-provoking discussions of the things that women face in their careers today. The coolest thing is that the members of our chapter know this. They value this access that they have. From day one, we've been so lucky to have really engaged, excited participants. They sit on the edge of their seats, listening intently, taking notes, asking incredible questions. The post-event discussions that live on for days and days. And it's really not unusual for somebody to bring up a point that a speaker made months after the events have occurred. This award is really a recognition of what the Seattle chapter as a whole has accomplished. Denise Smith, Erica Floyd, and I really look forward to continuing to develop it so we can reach more and more women in our industry. Like all Wi-Fi chapters, we're successful because of our participants, our speakers, and a pretty awesome network of friends, family, and colleagues who help us bring these events to life, including my husband, who is in charge of carrying beer and setting up the audio. So thank you all so much for being here tonight, especially to my team. They've stayed pretty late to be here after a couple busy days. And I'll really treasure this award as a reminder of why I Wi-Fi, and that is to create a space for people to connect to one another. So thank you.
Well, we didn't have enough with 3 awards. As you can tell from hearing, the stories of these women tonight, we decided that it was important to add a 4th award. And so tonight I have the privilege of introducing a new award that we're calling the Influencer Award. And it's a new category that is going to go to a woman who has been a trailblazer in the industry. And you could think about what do you mean by trailblazer, and there could be a lot of different definitions about what that looks like. But it's true that, to be really great today, you've got to figure out a way to disrupt the way that things are done. And, the creativity and what you bring to your job every day is very, very important. So tonight, I have the privilege to introduce a risk taker who has done something extraordinary that really is setting herself apart from her peers, but staying true to herself. And this year's honoree is Jody Fox, co-founder and creative director of Shoes of Prey, which I think many of you have heard about this, right? If you haven't, it's been 8.5 years or something like that they've since they started this. But it's a global multi-channel retail brand that enables shoppers to design their own shoes online. They've done some really interesting things, again, ahead of the curve, right? Where everybody's trying to figure out how to do things fast, right? They had identified this opportunity many years ago and have been working with factories in China to figure out how they bring personalized goods to market much quicker than anybody else can do. She's done a fantastic job. She works with Michael Fox too, which I learned a little bit about the story. She's a fantastic blend of Australian and Italian, right? Well, that's kind of a great combo. Wait till you meet her. So I'd like to welcome Jody to the stage and say congratulations.
Shoes of Prey was born out of a desire to empower people to customize their own shoes. The 8.5-year journey that we've been on has seen us develop some cutting-edge technology and build our very own on-demand micro-factory to make just one pair of shoes at a time at scale. Today I'm really proud to announce that in addition to this, we are opening a new arm to our business, which is what brought us here to Platform today amongst such a supportive, incredible environment of our peers. Today we have opened our manufacturing capabilities up to other labels. We do 2 to 6 week product development, minimum order quantities of just 1, and we can do stock replenishment in 2 weeks at competitive pricing. And we see this as the reshaping of the manufacturing model that underpins all of the shoe industry. In a lot of the seminars that we've been privileged to attend this week in this great environment of learning, we've been seeing and hearing repeatedly people saying that inventory will kill you, and it's something that we believe in. And something that we've come to understand a lot in our business. In launching into the shoe industry, I take my hat off to you because I have had to learn so much in the past 8.5 years, coming from being a lawyer by trade. This is an incredible environment to be a part of. In opening up our manufacturing capabilities, it gives us all the chance to circumvent the incredible risk of high MOQs and large inventory. And that is something we're really excited to share and innovate on next. This award tonight is a really, really proud moment. As someone who started a business, it's really not often that you get to stop and reflect. And so this tonight for me is the gift of reflection, and I appreciate that so enormously. I also have some of my team here tonight, my co-founder Michael, Chris, my COO, Zoe, our head of merchandising, and Holly, who is leading our private label partnerships. And for us all together, this is acknowledgement of that day-to-day grind and work in that belief and vision. So thank you for contributing this to our morale to jump out of bed again tomorrow morning and keep doing it. I also think too that the best gift out of all of this actually is the gift that I'll get to give to my parents when I call mum and dad back in Australia tonight to tell them about this award. Sometimes I grew up in a really small country town in Australia, and sometimes it's hard to explain to mum and dad what I do. But I know that getting on the phone with them tonight to tell them about this will be one of the best gifts that I get to give at all. So thank you very much for that. I feel very grateful. Last but not least, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. This is such an important community to be a part of. In the past, since coming to the US 3 years ago, you have been supportive, you have been accepting, you have been open, you have been sharing. There is disruption in what we're doing for sure, and to come to an industry that is so open-minded to that and wanting to push that gives me such incredible excitement for the future of the shoe industry, and to do that in partnership with you. So Wi-Fi 210, I can't wait to get in there and contribute more to everything that you're building around this community, because this doesn't exist hardly anywhere else. This is so special, and I feel so lucky to be a part of it, so thank you.
Now you see what I mean. It was last year for that first time to hear the stories from these women, and you know what hits you is, sure, there's success there, and they've done great things, but when you get a chance to hear about the whole person and what they care about and what they believe in, and rounds all of that out, it just is an incredible feeling. And I think back, Neil, to when we were, at 210 and wondering, frankly, that we wondered whether Wi-Fi was a really good idea and whether or not this could make a difference in our industry, and would it help the connectivity in the community, or was it just some other avenue of other stuff that we were taking our eye off the ball as it came to 210? And I think it's actually the complete opposite. It is about the reshaping and the reformulation and the engagement of another, frankly, generation of people in our industry to connect in completely new ways. So I just love hearing the stories of each one of you, and really appreciate everybody coming tonight. And absolutely get involved with 210, get involved with Wi-Fi, and please come next year for our 3rd annual Wi-Fi Impact Awards. We are adjourned.